See Alison Suarez warming up, and that man Jay Williamson from Calcutta, all smiles.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another big day of the Selwell Goa Professional League 2020-21 series here at Dulert Stadium. It's a big match as the Youth Club of MANORA will be clashing against the former champions DEMPO Sports Club here at Dulert Stadium. And I have with me the assistant coach of Youth Club MANORA. Coach, it's a big name out there. However, you always say that every team, every match is big for you guys. So how important is this match for you?
Yeah, this is a very crucial and important match for us. We need to take some points from this match. If not 3, at least we need to take a draw from here. And even if we can take a draw from here, it would be a good result for a team like MANORA.
We have also learned that there are lots of injuries that have come across, especially of MANORA, and that too against DEMPO Sports Club. So how is it going to be a big challenge for you? Yeah,
we are missing 4 of our players today, regular players. 3 we are missing out on injury, 1 on double booking. But we have some equally good replacements for them, and they have to take the chances.
Alright, before I leave you back to the boys, I want to know what is the mood in the dressing room as they take on DEMPOs today?
It doesn't make a much difference. We have played FC Goa, we have played Sarangas, we have played Sporting Club Goa, which are also big names in the Goa League. So we will take it as it comes.
Alright, thank you so much, coach. We'll see you in the post match. Well, that was the coach from Youth Club MANORA side. We'll go to the other side to see what DEMPO has to say as they take on Youth Club MANORA here at Dulert Stadium.
Isn't it always good to see James de Costa, because he's always smiling. Doesn't really matter the situation of his team. He has a lot of changes in the Youth Club of MANORA team, with few injuries on board, with Clive Colasso, Joyvin Jolistin, Aniston Fernandez, Nicholas Fernandez, the captain, Melisho Kamotio, Jason Barbosa coming into the team as well, Cayetano Fernandez, Aditya Anthony De Cruz gets a chance, Frazier Castagna and Alison Suarez coming in place of Luis Barreto. The coach Rocky Felipe Carneiro back on the bench today after his red card suspension in the last match. On to DEMPO Sports Club, the Golden Eagles.
I'm come to the other side of the fence to see what DEMPO has to say. DEMPO looks quite interesting and positive as they take on Youth Club MANORA, and to discuss that I have with me the head coach Samir Naik with me. Samir, I first of all wanted to ask you with regards to your performance. There's the hurdle that you are crossing this year. So how important is this match to cross another hurdle today?
Actually, every match is important for every club. Most of the club are very strong actually. Most of the club are equal. There are no weak clubs. There are no weak teams in the league actually. And I think we have a very good team this year with youth and experienced players.
As you said, there's a combination of youth and experienced players. But while on the other hand, we can see that Youth Club MANORA have seen a lot of injuries, especially to this match. There are 3 of their key players are missing today. So do you take it as an advantage or another challenge because they are going to put in some new faces today?
It's an opportunity for the player who is coming in. So, and the players are not different level. They are at the same level, I guess. So it's gonna be nothing gonna be.
Would you like to predict something in your favor or something?
I think we need to win this game, and I think we will win it.
Thank you so much, sir. We'll see you in the post-match. Well, that was the head coach of DEMPO Sports Club, and he sounds to be very positive as they take on Youth Club MANORA here at Dulert Stadium. The kick-off in next couple of minutes. Enjoy this big clash here from Dulert Stadium.
Not taking anything for granted, the coach Samir Naik, with Mera Fernandez, Desmond Pereira, Pedro Gonzalez, Danston Fernandez, Kirtikesh Gadekar, Edwin Vigas, Daryl Mascarenas, Uttam Rai, Richard Cardos, Aldo Gonzalez and Shalom Perez, the captain for today, in the absence of Bevan De Mello, who's on the substitute bench. DEMPO Sports Club have put out a very attacking side against Youth Club. The points table say that DEMPO Sports Club are down in 6th position, whereas Youth Club of MANORA are in 11th position with 4 points. As the referees have started walking into the field, the teams are out there. This is a big game in the context for survival for one team and title aspirations for the other. We can see some new faces today for Youth Club of MANORA. They've made some changes, especially to that centre back pairing, which is a big call today, especially against one of the big names of Goan football, DEMPO Sports Club. Youth Club of MANORA playing against DEMPO Sports Club at the LeagueYOUTH Stadium. The referees for today: Mario Malcolm Pereira, Keshav Kaskar, Manish Oliveira, and fourth official Milagros Fernandez. The best in the business at the moment, but I must say they have been unlucky at times, because they have displayed good football at times, going toe to toe with the top teams. We saw in that match against Salgaonkar Football Club where they lost out 1-0, but they were absolutely brilliant in that match as well. And there we see that coaching staff of Youth Club of MANORA: James DeCosta, Roque Felipe Carneiro back on the bench today after his red card. And there we see Samir Naik, a man on a mission today. Will his boys answer what he's put them out to do? He's put in an attacking formation, Samir Naik, today against the men in red. We saw Suraj Hatkonkar also on the bench. He can really make a difference as he comes on. He's just waiting for the starting whistle from the referee. I believe there's a certain time in which the kickoff has to happen at sharp 3:45 p.m. As the wait is over and Youth Club of MANORA start proceeding straight away. Melisho looking for Caetano Fernandez. We know how important the player Aniston Fernandez is in the middle of the park for Youth Club of MANORA. As Frazier loses out the ball, this is Tanston. What a big game for Tanston Fernandez today. There you see Melisho today coming back into the team. Jay Williamson in the squad today on the substitute bench. He's got a knock on his quads in the last match against FC Goa, which was a very tough encounter for the likes of MANORA, because they really found themselves lacking that creativity which would see them trouble FC Goa, but FC Goa ran out comfortable winners against the boys from Youth Club of MANORA. MANORA losing 2-0 against FC Goa in the last match. Will look to come back against the Golden Eagles today. DEMPO, however, there is a chance for both teams to redeem themselves and get themselves some light, as the shot is taken by Nicholas Fernandez. Got quite a fancy hairstyle, the captain of MANORA. Footballers and their hairstyles are always a fashion statement made for their fans. And I'm sure Nicholas Fernandez has his own fans after his performance for Manora. Didn't have the best game though against FC Goa, otherwise he's been an impressive lad to watch out for teams as DEMPO come out attacking Manora. 4 minutes played, and this is the first time that we see DEMPO taking some real control. This is Danston Fernandez. Albert Gonzalez has come off Cayetano. Uttam Rai, second game he's playing in his comeback. The likes of Clive Colasso and Joliston have a tough job in his hands because the normal centre-back pairing, which has been doing very well for Manora, and that is of Joel Fernandez and Michael Silva, are both missing today with an injury and a suspension respectively, as this throw-in will be taken by Albert Gonzalez. He's played it back to Shalom Perez. DEMPO have done well so far. This is Daryl Mascarenas to Kirtikesh. This is Pedro Gonzalez. Plays a beautiful ball to Richard Cardos. That was not really Richard Cardos, that was Desmond Pereira. Desmond cutting in, looking on the other side for Richard Cardos, but cannot quite find him. And Joliston takes the throw in. This is Cayetano's flick on, looking for Malisho. Edwin Vigas putting himself under pressure. He's given it to Malisho. Malisho has a chance in the box. Malisho, what a poor pass in the end from the man. He really should have done better winning the ball of Edwin Vigas. Maybe he should have ran through and taken the shot, but poor effort in the end really from Malisho. And that really has been the story of Manora throughout this tournament so far, as DEMPO win the first corner of the match courtesy of Pedro Gonzalez cross, which got deflected out by Manora. Alison Suarez commanding his defenders today. As this corner comes in, and a header from Edwin Vigas. This is still not danger averted, as Albert Gonzalez tries to volley it in, but it goes way over the post. Alison Suarez will be a happy man. Edwin Vigas, the ball just behind him there. Jorgen clears the ball into the stands of the Tulare Stadium. Richard has changed wings. This is Albert Gonzalez's cross in. Pedro fails to get under control. This is Desmond on the right hand side now. This is Desmond Pereira. Daryl Mascarenas' ball, and it's cleared on by Clive Colasso. Clive putting it out for a corner kick. Edwin Vigas has stayed up front, but not finding the ball to Pedro Gonzalez. Alison Suarez will take this long kick, which has gone straight into the feet of Jason Barbosa, who fails to control it. This is Tesman. Plays it back to Alba. Alba to Perez. Perez to Edwin, who fails to control but should be able to keep it in, and he does. Edwin to Daryl Mascarenas, driving forward. This is Pedro Gonzalez. Jeliston does well but gives away the throw-in. Taken quickly, Daryl Mascarenas. Daryl's ball back to Edwin Vegas. Everyone defending for Youth Club of Manora. We can already see how this game is going to shape out. DEMPO will be the one on the ascendancy. Jason can't quite get that through. This is Richard Cartos's ball for Uttam Rai, and that is a brilliant one to Uttam Rai. This is Stanston Fernandez. Kirtikesh. Daryl Mascarenas. The cross has been collected easily by Alison Suarez. Not going to reach that cross, Uttam Rai. We haven't seen the same intensity of chasing down balls and defenders from Uttam Rai. Since he's come back from the injury, we've missed that intense running that Uttam Rai did in the first two matches. Probably he's just taking it easy, easing into the game. We know he's a quality player, Uttam Rai. Jason has been fouled there. He'll be looking to make some impact today. Jason also getting a rare start today in the Manora lineup. As this free kick comes in, it's a very poor one, and you know why they're languishing in 11th position in the table. But an interesting stat, which I must say, is that throughout the three divisions that Manora have played DEMPO, DEMPO Sports Club have never beaten Youth Club of Manora, really. And that's quite a record to have against one of the most successful clubs in Goan football. Youth Club of Manora haven't lost a match against DEMPO Sports Club. DEMPO will be looking to change that up today. And they will have to do that, because if they want to keep alive their faint title aspirations, they have to log in full 3 points today at the Dulai Stadium. And this is Clive who's gonna take this free kick. Manora will be looking to get something out of this game, and they have been put out by their coach Rocky Felipe Carnero in the exact way. This is Joyvin who's lost out on the ball. Pedro. This is Tesman Pereira, and that is just about retrieved by Aditya, and that is on the edge of the penalty box. where Desmond Pereira has been fouled. That was inches away from a penalty, and Aditya lunged into that first tackle initially, but he had got the ball, but on that occasion he got nutmegged through his legs by Desmond Pereira. He had no option but to bring Desmond down as Pedro takes the free kick. Is that a surprise for anyone? Because DEMPO have taken the lead, and we've seen Pedro Gonzalez score from a free kick in a slightly better angle, but again a quality free kick delivered into the box from Pedro Gonzalez and Edwin Vegas, as Alison Suarez with no chance to react. DEMPO Sports Club have taken the lead courtesy of Edwin Vegas header, and Youth Club of MANORA have all to do if they plan to take even a point from this match. As Kirtikesh comes forward, this is Richard Cardo's ball in, looking for Uttam Rai, and the ball rolls out for a goal kick. I don't think DEMPO will be happy with just a one-goal lead against a very, very depleted MANORA side. They will be looking to have something which would be a huge confidence booster for them, and a victory by a good margin should help DEMPO in building that confidence and keeping those faint title hopes alive. As I keep saying faint, because that loss against Kalingut Association have really set them on the back. Things into his own hands, dribbling past almost the full DEMPO team, goes past Edwin Vegas, then goes past Shalom Perez, Kirtikesh and Edwin again, and then Daryl Mascarenas' clearance takes Joyvin on the leg and comes off the bottom of the post. Football can be a cruel game, but that must be such a bad feeling for Joyvin. What a goal that would have been from Joyvin. What a run that was from the young boy. But we know MANORA can fight back. This is Aditya. Nicholas Fernandez. Nicholas's ball in, headed out by Perez. Kirtikesh cannot control it. This is Aniston. Aditya again. Aditya plays in a good ball, looking for Cayetano, but not really keeping it in control. Aditya. This is Melroy Fernandez, who's going to take this goal kick long, looking for Pedro Gonzalez. This is Pedro, back to Daryl. This is Pedro again. Danston to Kirtikesh. Just missing out on that pass. Kirtikesh puts the ball in. Frazier fighting for the ball with Desmond. This is Cayetano. Juliston with the clearance. Edwin's header. This is Albert Gonzalez now. Does well Albert, but loses out to Nicholas Fernandez. This is Aniston. Melisho's ball for Jason Barbosa. A new pairing up front again today, Jason Barbosa and Melisho. Just like at the back for them, a new pairing in the centre back positions with Michael Silva and Joel Fernandez both out. We have Clive Colasso and Juliston. This is Caetano Fernandez, does well. This is Melisho. Gets fouled by Danston. Juliston plays it back to Clive. This is Joyvin now. Aditya. Aniston, Frazier. Looking for that first time pass to Nicholas Fernandez, but poorly given away to Albert Gonzalez. And this is Pedro Gonzalez now. Pedro's shot has been deflected out for another corner by Frazier. Dempo looking very comfortable in the opening 24 minutes of this match. They haven't seen much trouble, and Manora have been under pressure as we had predicted right from the onset. As another set piece comes in, this is Desmond. Cannot quite keep that in. This is Aditya now for Manora. Aniston. Nicholas Fernandez fighting for the ball, but Kirtikesh doing very well to keep the ball in control from Aniston and Nicholas. Aditya's header flicked out for a Dempo throw-in as Albert Gonzalez comes forward to take it. Albert will launch it in, will he? No, he doesn't. This is Desmond back to Alba, and he wins another throw-in. Albert Gonzalez just looking for options. Doesn't have much forward. Plays it back to Perez. This is Kirtikesh. Looking for the run of Richard Cardos, but not really getting there. Richard in an offside position, as deemed, and quite rightly so, by the assistant referee. Dempo playing the waiting game at the moment, trying to keep the ball, trying to keep possession, playing patiently. They know that they've got the lead, and if Manora have any ambitions of winning this match, they have to come all out against Dempo. That is beautifully worked by Dempo. Richard Cardos, Dal Mascarenas. Richard to Kirtikesh, plays it back to Edwin Vegas, who clears it, and it will go out for a throw-in. There's that sudden pressing from Manora, and this throw-in is taken early by Juliston. This is Melisho. Caetano. Juliston plays it back to Clive Colasso. Alison Suarez clears the ball. Beautiful football from Dempo Sports Club. This is Danston Fernandez. Richard Cardos giving it away, and this is Melisho again. Aniston Fernandez pulling it back and trying to play it cross for Jason Barbosa. This is Nicholas Fernandez again holding on to the ball for too long and giving it away almost. This is Cayetano. Back to Frazier. Clive Colasso. Gilliston. Melisho again to Clive. No space forward for DEMPO at the forward for MANORA rather at the moment. This is Aditya trying to go on an overlapping run but fails to keep it in. This will be an Albert Gonzalez. Albert Gomes rather taking the throw, and this is Danston Fernandez dribbling his way forward. This is Desmond Pereira, cannot keep it in on that turn. Not happy with that decision, Aniston. And Rocky Carnero again not happy, man, and he has to be careful because he's already seen a red card. Just come back to the bench today. We'll see this again as Albert's ball, and Frazier was fouled there. Sharon Perez to take this free kick for Tempo Sports Club. Perez puts it in to the box. Now tries to go forward, steals the ball of Cayetano. This is Uttam Rai. Danston Fernandez. Edwin Vegas. Edwin changes flanks. Albert Gonzalez. And it has landed in the hands of Alison Suarez as one of the MANORA players have stayed down. Joyvin is the man who's stayed on the ground. Not quite sure what happened there, as the referee has pointed the players back to the dugouts for the first cool down break of the match. At the 30-minute mark, it is Tempo Sports Club 1, Youth Club of MANORA 0. There's hardly been much action today between Youth Club of MANORA and Tempo Sports Club, but that free kick from Pedro, we'll see this again, and no one marking Edwin Vegas, who has a free header and bullets it past Alison Suarez, who was a mere spectator. And Youth Club of MANORA, just like that, are 1 goal down against the Golden Eagles. Not very happy with his defenders. Alison Suarez, just look at his reaction. The defenders and the goalkeepers and all the MANORA players looking at each other, blaming each other at the moment. It really has been the story of MANORA's league campaign so far, as Alison Suarez hooks it up. And look for the likes of Jason. Doesn't quite get it. This is Dale Mascarenas headed back to Edwin Vegas. Danston Fernandez. Daryl. Beautifully played by Dempo. Richard Cardos. This is Kirtikesh. This is Richard again. Richard to Kirtikesh. Long ball played forward by Perez. Aditya wins the throw-in. This is maybe the likes of Jay Williamson can change that up with his physical presence. It'll be interesting to see when he comes on for MANORA, or if he comes on at all. This is Richard. He hooks it forward, looking for Uttam Rai. Has been cleared by Clive. This is Tal Mascarenhas. Throws it back to Edwin Vegas. Dunstan, Darrell clears it up front, headed on by Clive, and it has come off the referee, which will allow the referee to bounce it and give it back to DEMPO Sports Club possession with Kirtikesh. Kirtikesh plays it forward. This is Uttam Rai in an offside position, as he doesn't deem so, but we will probably see in the replay that he was quite clearly offside. We'll see that again. Or is he? That was quite a close one. I think Aditya was the one playing him on, but the assistant referee thinking it otherwise, and Uttam Rai has been denied his goal. He's been flagged offside. This is Frazier. Dunstan stealing the ball off Frazier and goes on his own run. This is Dunstan Fernandez. Kirtikesh cannot find Pedro's run. This is Caetano Fernandez. Edwin Vegas being chased down by Jason Barbosa. This is Edwin. Tal Mascarenhas does well to go past Malisho, but gives it away. This is Frazier Castagna. But please tell me who he was trying to find there with that ball, because that was as aimless as Manora's youth. This is Selvel Goa Premier League campaign has been, because that was really poor. There was no idea behind that ball from Frazier Castagna. I'm sure the coaches will try to rectify these mistakes from his players, because it's really been on a regular basis from Youth Club of MANORA not finding that final ball and really losing out on creativity by attacking third Youth Club of MANORA. This is Aniston Fernandez. He's been one of the bright lights for Youth Club of MANORA. Aniston Fernandez, he's been quite brilliant in the middle of the park for the men in red. This is a free kick. Can they make use of this? Nicholas Fernandez takes it, and again such a disappointment when you get a free kick in a good position to put some pressure when you get a chance, and then you put it straight out for a goal kick for Melroy Fernandez without even giving a chance to your players to attack Melroy Fernandez's goal. As Uttam Rai plays it to Desmond. This is Stanston Fernandez. It's been an easy afternoon for Kirtikesh and Dunstan so far. And this is Desmond. Kirtikesh plays it through beautifully. This is Richard Cardoz, and the chance goes begging for DEMPO Sports Club as Richard Cardoz, I think that first touch just put him out, and you see him shot in that angle, as this is a beautiful ball played in by Kirtikesh. There is that first touch. Not really setting himself up for that shot, as that ball just rolled off his foot, shortening his angle. This is Frazier. Aditya. Danston. This is Richard Cardos. This is Uttam Rai. Does brilliantly against Aniston and Frazier. Aditya chasing the ball down and then putting it out for a corner kick. Another corner for the Golden Eagles. Richard Cardos is the man who's going to take this. Minutes played. Manora will be looking to not concede here, as the ball comes in, and to get back into this game and shell-shock DEMPO Sports Club, as the shot came in and Melroy just getting a hand to it. As this corner comes in, this time it's straight into Melroy's hand from Nicholas Fernandez on his right foot. And there you see that off chance that Manora must take in these situations. That could have changed the whole complexion of the game, as Clive Colasso's mistake, and he's brought down Desmond Pereira. That will be a yellow card for Clive Colasso. Not very good from the centre back. And Richard Cardos will be taking this free kick. You see that mistake from Clive Colasso, and quite clearly tripping him from the back. Not very happy with himself, Clive Colasso. There's the confirmation of the yellow card for Clive Colasso, as Richard Cardos comes forward to take another corner kick. 42 minutes played at the Dhule Stadium. DEMPO Sports Club looking comfortable, but you cannot write this Manora team off, because you just saw how Joywin once again going on his trademark runs and releasing Malisho one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and he failed to keep it on target. I beg your pardon, failed to score past Melroy, because Melroy got down low to his right to put it out for a corner kick. This is Danston Fernandez. Puts it up for Uttam Rai, and Pedro Gonzalez is offside. I don't think Uttam Rai was in an offside position, but Pedro does go for the ball, and quite clearly Pedro Gonzalez is in an offside position. The ball to Malisho. This is Nicholas Fernandez. Nicholas's ball in. Jason Barbosa fails to get it under control. That was a good ball in from Nicholas. This is Nicholas again. A poor touch, but Nicholas recovers well. The ball comes in. Well defended by Perez. And then the shot coming in from Aniston on the volley, going over Melroy's goal. Much better from Youth Club of Manora. as Melroy quite strangely puts that out. This is Desmond Pereira. This is Uttam Rai now. Uttam Rai loses out to Joywin. Not happy with Pedro Gonzalez. Uttam Rai. He's expecting his strike partner to take a position for him, but Pedro Gonzalez was quite parallel to Uttam Rai. I think that's what he's trying to get it across to him, and Richard Cardoz wins another corner which he himself is going to take for DEMPO Sports Club as we come to the end, almost to the end of the first half. It'll be interesting to see how much additional time the assistant referee has given. This is the second goal of the game. Well, you just cannot turn your back to the ball as this ball came in. Not the greatest ball from Richard Cardoz, as Albert Gonzalez's header has been turned in by Edwin Vegas for his and DEMPO Sports Club's second goal of the match. Only the second time that we have seen in this year's Selval Goa Professional League a team taking a 2-0 lead at halftime, and the first instance was against DEMPO Sports Club, but it was an occurrence which happened against them because Calangute Association in DEMPO's last match had scored 2 goals against them in the first half, as this is a promising attack again which comes to an end from MANORA. DEMPO Sports Club leading MANORA 2-0. This is Aniston Fernandez. Jason Barbosa puts it out wide to Cayetano Fernandez. That's a very poor ball because there was a run from Joliston which had come as the shot comes in from Nicholas Fernandez, and Melroy should collect that easily, and he does. Again, there have been some really poor decisions that have been taken by the MANORA players, and there you could see it right in front of you. Cayetano had Joliston making the run to his left, but he chooses to cross it in a sea of blue defenders as the halftime whistle has come from the referee, as DEMPO Sports Club players walk back to the dressing room, not very jubilant because they know this is job not yet done, and this is only a win which could keep alive the slim hopes for the title. Youth Club of MANORA looking more likely to be battling in that dogfight for relegation. As you can see from the halftime score, it is Youth Club of MANORA 0, DEMPO Sports Club 2. as the match commissioner and the referees lead the two big names of Goan football out to the middle. FC Goa versus Churchill Brothers it is right now. The referee blows his whistle and this is Rakesh Das to Yagya Kapoor. Churchill Brothers have got this after very got down with the left-footed shot. Dylan De Silva. This is another chance. Sereno Fernandez. He has rolled it into the goal. And I must say, quite against the run of play, Sereno Fernandez. Very elegantly, as Wasim Inamdar tries to take it in his stride, and almost like a rugby tackle there from Rajendra Singh. As this ball comes in, again giving away the ball. This is Aftal Farikodan smashing it home. Dribble past two defenders and then losing the ball out. And Rajendra Singh Bairola, I think, has got his red card here. This is Ralte stepping it up, and that is absolute catastrophe from Devnath Mondal. This is a great ball. Wasim Inamdar, what a chance that was. Lalrem, this is Romeo Fernandez. What a save that is from Devnath Mondal. Offside given by the assistant referee. It wide to Ralte with a beautiful ball in, and another magnificent save from Devnath Mondal. He launched this forward, and he does as the referee brings this high voltage encounter to an end. Leads the team out, where we heard Ariston Rodriguez mentioning that he's set up his team and wants his team to play more of a defensive role in that first half and then come out and attack Novell South Sports and Cultural Club in the second half. And he comes into the deep box, slots it past, and there is that effort early on again from Beniston Barreto. Brian Mascarenas, this is exactly where he scored that goal from, and that was not far away either. That was soaring in the air. This is Brian Mascarenas, and it is a low save down to his left hand side. This is another great effort from Brian Mascarenas, up and over the wall. Mario plays it back, and the cross comes in. This is a chance. Savlon Cardozo, and he has opened the scoring after scoring this fantastic goal. As this flick on came from Benzu Clement and then slashes the shot in. Umesh Pujar, and the referee will blow the half-time whistle, because at half-time Well South Sports and Cultural Club are leading Garden Angel 1-0 courtesy sliding down the table as Basant Singh's header comes out. Saves that from Basant Singh just 30 seconds into that match. As the header comes in from point blank range, Presley Mascarenas leaves it for Joel Barreto. Does well. Joel Barreto still going. This could be it. Joel Barreto! Run in from Joel Barreto. Gets past three players. And then Presley Mascarenas almost scoops it into his own goal. A little bit, and again given away. And this is Savlon Cardozo. Now he takes it on his left foot yet again. Ball there. This is Nicholas, swings it in again, and this punched out by Presley. The shot comes in from William Many, and that really has been a big issue for the team. And there is the whistle from the referee with Sessa. Looks like a force to reckon with as this ball comes in towards Siddhant. This is early Siddhant Kundaikar. Satyam Singh has lost the ball, and Suraj finally clears it off the line. This is much better from Sesa Football Academy today. As a good cross comes in, this is a chance. Shajam with the shot. It has been driven over Paramveer's goal. Maran Borges releases Omkar on the right hand side, who faced the daunting task of getting past Fulganco. Cardozo gets fouled by the big man, who receives a yellow card from the referee. Beautifully spread out, and this is a chance again. Will that go into the goal? It has just been put out by Rizpan Fernandez. As Paramveer has stayed on the ground, we'll see this chance again. Again, Kaitan Fernandez with a beautifully threaded ball. It's a very attacking change as the shot comes in, and what a save that is from Sapam Singh. This is Kwame Jr. to Shirotkar. This is Kwame Jr. trying to wiggle his way through, and then is fouled by Dominic Roy Suarez, who's not happy with the referee's decision. Kundaka leaves it. Castagna, and another save from Sapam Singh. Half-time scoreline reads Kalangut Association 0, Sesa Football Academy 0. Rohan Kamble decides to take that shot, and another save from Sapam Singh onto the post. Great start by Kalangut, but thwarted by Batman. This is a very good shot. It was swerving in the air to get that goal. As Faiz Muhammad takes the shot, this is a chance, and the slip from Stephen Colasso is allowed. And that is the final whistle from the referee today at the Dulal Stadium. At full time, the scoreline remains goalless. As the referees walk in with the two teams, Youth Club of Manora and FC Goa. Big match today for both teams. FC Goa won't have it easy today because Youth Club of Manora have been really upping the ante. They lost a narrow match against Salgaonkar Football Club. As Jay chases this is a chance for Jay! Two defenders shielding it up, and the ball was slightly short from Leslie, and you can see that Leslie over there bringing down Nicholas Fernandez. This is Christie driving in. This is a good run from Christie. He's still going. Christie Davis controlling it all the way from the right hand side into that penalty box. Zaniston back to Clive Colasso. Then Michael slides in, and Larem is fouled by Alvin Silva, and this time he will get a yellow card in that aspect of the game, and they're still new, and with experience they will do well. As the shot comes in from Joybert, and it's a low save down to his left from Luis Barreto as Delton is running at the defense. Michael Silva in chase, and this is a chance, and haven't really gone out of danger. This is comedy of errors right now, and finally, boy, would you believe it, Youth Club of Manora had about 4 or 5 opportunities to clear that ball out. It could have been a penalty as well. Looking like a hapless team right now, Youth Club of Manora, but you know, football is a funny game. We've seen this before. And the shot comes in again, and another save from Luis Barreto as he charges towards the referee. Luis Barreto having a conversation with the referee and getting a yellow card. This is Joe Liston with the cross. This is a chance, chase header, and we'll see that cross again. And this is Joe Liston straight away called into action. We'll see this, that jump from Leslie. And Joel's clearance goes straight, and this is a chance. And the cut back. This is Larem Ruata passing the ball into the goal. And this is game, set and match. He's luckily got past Joel Fernandez over there, and he's still going. Joel Fernandez is the one who's come out worse in that tackle. And the referee blows the final whistle. Full-time score today. FC Goa have come out trumps against Youth Club of Manora. The referees are all smiles, and they will be looking to keep their calm in this big clash here at the Dulal Stadium. It is a blockbuster encounter on a blockbuster side. That run. as Aditya's throw comes in. This is Eldon Colasso. Eldon getting a look in after a long time. He'll be looking to prove something. He's a talented youngster, Eldon Colasso, the under 20 player. Has a big job on his hands on the right hand side, but he's a pacey customer. This is Alvaro Gonzalez, puts it in, bounces in the box once again, has been cleared off by Nicholas Fernandez. This is Richard Cardoz. Dal Mascarenas' ball in, but not quite getting there, and it's going to roll out for Manora throw in. A goal kick, beg your pardon. The ball rolled out behind Allison's goal and deflects it out for a throw in. This is Aditya again. Frazier. Alvaro gives the throw in away. This is Aditya. Frazier. And it goes out for a corner kick. And the first for a youth club of Manora in this half. Can they make use of this corner? Nicholas Fernandez is the man going to take this corner kick. Nicholas Fernandez's ball comes in, and that's a dangerous ball. Has been flicked on. No, this is Jorvin. Aniston just with a heavy touch. Running back, trying to get it back for Manora. Aniston Fernandez. This is Joliston. And Melisho gets the throw in for Manora. This is Jason Barbosa. Jason to Melisho. Stripped off the ball by Kirtikesh Kadekar. And not really happy there, Kirtikesh. And Jason Barbosa having a go at Kirtikesh. There you see that from Melisho, putting his elbow on the back of Kirtikesh, and you know why the tempers have fled. I don't quite understand what Jason Barbosa has anything to do with that, and I think it has been shown to Kirtikesh Gadekar. Has that been what has happened there? Because Kirtikesh Gadekar is the man who has been sent off for DEMPO Sports Club. Will that change the proceedings? As Melisho gets a yellow card and Kirtikesh is the man who gets a red card. Wow, DEMPO are down to 10 men. This is a big opportunity now for Youth Club of Manora against 10 men DEMPO to get something out of this game. It will definitely peg them back, DEMPO Sports Club, and this should be the chance that Youth Club of Manora have been looking for, and they really should be taking advantage of this kind of a situation as this ball comes in and Danston clears it off. Will there be panic in the DEMPO campaign? This is Aniston Fernandez. We'll definitely see a boost in energy for these men in red as Aditya comes forward with the ball. Aditya plays it to Eldon. This is Melisho again. This is Melisho and Danston giving away the throw in again. This is Melisho. to Aditya. Aditya's ball in has been overhit and it should go out for a goal kick, and it does. Looking for Jason Barbosa, but not quite finding him in the end. Aditya. This is going to be a goal kick for Melroy. What a turnaround this has been. Kirtikesh Kadekar has been sent off for Tempo Sports Club. The flick on for Uttam Rai, who fails to keep it in. This is Joyvin Conero, Clive Colasso, Frazier, Aditya. Aniston's ball, looking for Eldon, but slightly long for Eldon. Albert Gonzalez looking for the run of Uttam Rai, not getting it there from Desmond Perez. This is a good ball forward from Melisho in a battle with Shalom Perez. Melisho this time getting the brunt of Shalom Perez right in front of the assistant referee, as Uttam Rai has been taken off, and Ariston Costa. Ariston Costa is the man which is coming on. Uttam Rai hasn't been at his best since he's come off the injury, but he's slowly getting back his touch. Samir Naik, and using him wisely, not pushing him. This is Clive Colasso, Joyvin, Frazier Castagna. This is Aniston, who's done well to chip it over, lob it over Pedro Gonzalez. Clive's free kick. This is Nicholas Fernandez. This is Joyvin now. Frazier again. Joyvin. Clive moving forward, but intercepted by the Tempo defense. This is Richard Cardoz. He puts it forward for Tanston. Will Tanston get it? He does. This is Joyvin. He's had an impressive outing today against Tempo. Joyvin. This is Aniston. Aniston twisting and turning, trying to make some space for himself. Plays it back to Joyvin. This is Aditya. Clive Colasso. Aniston Fernandez. Nicholas with some space. He decides to put it forward, looking for Jason's run. This has gone straight into the hands of Melroy Fernandez, who will kick it up. Straight into the hands of Allison, who's rolled it to Clive, who's hooked it forward. Again, not really finding work with. But Manisha is really testing the Tempo defense, as another yellow card has been shown to Melroy, as this goal kick is going to be taken by him. A lot of cards for the Tempo players. Kirtikesh will be missing the next match with suspension. will be incensed to the DEMPO players right now. They will be looking for that goal though, MANORA, because it is Jay Williamson which is getting ready in the dugout to come on at the hour mark. This is the last throw of the dice from Rocky Felipe Carnivo as Jay is looking to come on, and what an opportunity he has against 10 men DEMPO. He'll definitely be a physical presence for the likes of Edwin Vegas and Shalom Perez. It'll be interesting to see how DEMPO deal with the aerial presence of Jay as this ball comes out to Aditya. Aditya plays it to Malisho. This is Aditya, back to Malisho. This is a chance for Eldon, who takes a shot on, but it has been deflected on. This is Joyvin. Aniston Fernandez. Everyone back for DEMPO. This is Joliston. Nicholas Fernandez. Nicholas trying to keep the ball in, but has rolled out for a goal kick. As that substitution is being made by Youth Club of MANORA. Jay Williamson coming on in place of Jason Barbosa.
Player in jersey number 27, Jay Williamson.
The header coming in from Clive Colasso, but the foul just before that. As Perez comes forward, the captain, to take this free kick for DEMPO Sports Club. Looking for the run of Pedro, but not really much forward for DEMPO Sports Club at the moment. They're not putting up many forwards to attack that ball, as Richard Cardos is being taken off, and Suraj Hatkonkar, who scored that goal against Calangute Association very late on, but sparked some kind of a revival, but in a lost cause for Suraj Hatkonkar. But we know the quality he possesses on his right foot. This is Joyvin who comes out and clears it. This is Jay. Edwin does well to get ahead of Jay. Dull to Suraj. Dull wins the throw in again. Clive puts it out for another throw in. These are crucial moments for Youth Club of MANORA. They have to find some way of opening up this DEMPO defense, as a foul has been committed on Joliston. This is Joyvin. Frazier Castagna. Joyvin. The long ball coming in again from Clive, looking for Jay. Not really pressing the MANORA players there, but they have to show some added energy from everyone. It should be a team effort at this point of time, because this really is their best chance to get something out of this game, as they had planned, as this ball comes in easily collected by Melroy Fernandez. But luck is favouring Youth Club of MANORA at the moment. This is Joyvin. Clive Colasso, Aniston Fernandez. Back to Joyvin again. He has been pressed by Desmond. This is Aditya. Frazier, back to Aditya. Aditya driving forward. This is Eldon. Plays in a good ball. Malisha is the man on the ball and he will win a corner kick. This is where Jay is the most threatening in the box. Can they use his physical presence? Malisha is the one to take this corner kick. Jay with the jump and not really finding his mark. As you see this replay again, as it comes off and Desmond chips it over Allison. Unluckily for him, it comes off the post into the grateful hands of Allison Suarez. This is a chance and Jay doesn't get it under control, just overruns it. And this is Pedro. Ariston. This is Jay. Frazier. Nicholas Fernandez. And that was Juliston trying to run through the DEMPO players, but not really happening for him. This is Desmond Pereira. Danston Fernandez. Suraj Hatkonkar. Suraj driving forward. A powerful run. Juliston plays it to Clive, who chips it forward for Eldon. This is Aditya. Eldon back to Joyvin. This is Juliston again, and then the foul coming in. Can Youth Club of Manora take advantage of this situation? Interestingly, it is Jay who's standing over this free kick. He has a good shot on him. Can he keep it on target and trouble Melroy Fernandez? Jay with the shot, and not a bad effort from Jay, but has just gone over the bar. Quite a distance in the end, but it was threatening, it was swerving, but it was always going up from Jay. Melroy with the goal kick. This is Suraj. The header coming in from Joyvin. This is given away. This is Suraj Hatkonkar with the cross in. Beautifully brought down, but not quite getting there. Desmond Pereira. This is Eldon. Eldon's ball for Malisho. He's put in a good shift today, Malisho. Working hard against this DEMPO team. Malisho will try and get another corner for Youth Club of Manora. This is Eldon, but has been stopped in his tracks. Eldon, this is Jay. And Aniston with the shot, but it's gone again high and wide of Melroy's goal. It was a good opportunity again. We've mentioned this before. It's an interesting fact because the Golden Eagles haven't really beaten Youth Club of Manora before this, but they're well on their way to a comfortable victory, and that to a 10-man DEMPO team beating Youth Club of Manora 2-0. 2 goals, both the goals coming in the first half. As this is Jay chasing Perez. This is Ariston. And Desmond on the turn from Aditya. Is brought down, but this is Ariston. Does well Ariston to get past Aniston, but Eldon does it well. This is Aniston looking for Jay's run, and Melroy does ever so well coming forward and clearing the danger. Otherwise Jay was through on goal. This is Joyvin. Plays in Clive Colasso. This is Frazier. This is Clive again. Back to Clive again. So many square passes being played by MANORA. We saw this in the last game as well from the men in red, which was not really happening for MANORA because they were very comfortable, FC Goa, dealing with those square passes, waiting patiently for MANORA and then pressing the inexperienced side, and in the end ran out 2-0 victorious against a team which is lacking in confidence at the moment, as that foul came in from Aniston Fernandez. Getting the yellow card there, Aniston. And Pedro Gonzalez was through with some space ahead of him. This is Shalom Perez standing over the ball. Edwin Vegas is the man who scored the 2 goals for DEMPO Sports Club today. As we see the MANORA side of supporters. As this ball comes in, another good one for Desmond Pereira, who fails to bring it under control. Otherwise it could have been another dangerous situation for MANORA. As this ball comes in and Joyvin tries to go on his marauding runs, but stopped in his tracks by Albert Gonzalez. This is Frazier. It was quite predictable in the end from Frazier Castagna, but Albert Gonzalez ends up fouling the young boy from MANORA. And you see the body check from Albert Gonzalez. This is Joyvin. Joyvin's ball comes in and it's been punched out by Melroy, and there has been a clash of bodies, and both Melroy and Perez on the ground for DEMPO Sports Club. Those kind of situations are never really the prettiest, and the physio will be called into action. And for the first time today, the physio has been called into action right at the 72nd minute of the game. We've not had many stoppages because of injury today, and that is a good sign of how the game has been played by both teams. No rash tackles being put out there, but that was a clash between two players from the same team. Melroy is back on his feet, however Shalom Perez has stayed on the ground. This would propel DEMPO to 15 points in the table. But they would have played 8 matches already, just 3 matches to go for them after this. And if they have to keep their faint hopes alive, they have to win all those 3 matches. DEMPO Sports Club, as Melisho is being taken off for Meliston Pereira, who's making an appearance for the first time today. Meliston Pereira, but he's really put in the hard work there. Melisho today, he's really played hard. He's played it hard out for Youth Club of MANORA. We mention this every game, and it's quite encouraging for Goan football when you see clubs like Youth Club of MANORA coming up in Goan professional leagues, which means that it gives more opportunities. As this ball has come to Desmond Pereira, and Allison with a big save under the circumstances, and Pedro has been brought down by Aditya. But what a chance that was again for Desmond Pereira on his left foot, as we see this a bit of intricate passing outside of his foot from Pedro Gonzalez, and big save from Alison Suarez. Danger not averted yet. This is Pedro Gonzalez as the ball comes in, and another effort for Edwin Vegas. That was his chance for the hat-trick, and each and every time there is a set piece, Edwin Vegas has been there heading the ball, winning the header. But on this occasion he has failed to keep it on target. It would have been 3 headers, 3 goals for Edwin Vegas, but he loses out on his 100% record with 2 going in out of 3 right now. Samir Naik's boys looking quite comfortable at the moment. We're heading over to the MANORA boys. Like I was saying just before this, that teams like MANORA coming into the Goa Professional League are encouraging signs that there are people who are looking to give opportunities to young boys to shine on the bigger stage, and this is a big opportunity for the likes of Melisho, Nicholas Fernandez, Clive Colasso, Joyvin, Alison Suarez to shine on the big stage and take the baton and learn from these experiences. Big kudos to the management team of Shrikant Sawant, Anthony Barbosa, Remy Barbosa, and Raymond John Mendes. Also a big congratulations to the Almasa group, Roxel group as well, for also funding these youngsters into putting up a show for the Youth Club of MANORA team, who come from the village of Raya. Suraj Hatkonkar trying to keep that ball in play, but not really getting it in the end. This is Suraj. Devil Mascarenhas with the throw-in. This is Suraj again, teasing the MANORA defenders, and Suraj has put that out in the end, and this will be a goal kick for Alison Suarez. This is Aditya to Frazier, who's almost lost the ball, and this is Clive. Comes off Felden, and this has gone out for another DEMPO throw-in. And this is looking quite comfortable even for 10-man DEMPO, and that is the biggest learning for a team like MANORA, where they will be looking for more creativity in that attacking third. Right now it's almost a blunt affair at the moment. As you see that ball from Juliston running away for another throw-in for DEMPO Sports Club. And this is Terrell Mascarenas who's going to take this throw-in and is going to get another one from Aniston. Managing the game very well here, DEMPO Sports Club. This is where experience comes into play, and DEMPO are a big mixture of youth and experience this year, as they allow the ball to run out for a throw-in. And this is Albert Gonzalez. Albert's throw-in. Frazier with a good header. However, Desmond gets it on the rebound. This is Aditya. Clive Colasso. Clive switches wings to Joywin. This is Eldon. Frazier. Aniston. Jay looking for the run of Aniston again. This is Nicholas Fernandez again with the poor ball in the end. And Aditya puts it down for Clive Colasso. This is Clive. And puts it forward. Beautifully chested down by Jay. This is Melisho. Joyvin's cross in! And just couldn't be met in the box. That's another cross in. Jay tries to get on the end of it. This is much better from Youth Club of MANORA, but just as I say that, the ball harmlessly rolls out for a goal kick from Melroy Fernandez. Nicholas Fernandez on the ground now, holding his thighs, not really having the best of games. The captain, Nicholas Fernandez. This is Clive Colasso. Alison Suarez. He's given it away, and this is another chance, and Desmond Pereira again disappointed. Not Desmond, Ariston I think over there, but this is Danston Fernandez right now. Beautifully done by Danston. The cross comes in, cleared off by Clive. This is still not averted the danger. Pedro with the shot, and Frazier will clear it, and Jay heads it on to Meliston, who doesn't quite get at the end of it. This is Jay chasing the ball down with Edwin Vigas. Jay gets ahead of Edwin and cannot keep the ball in. And Albert Gonzalez will head over to take this throw-in. Albert's throw-in for Pedro Gonzalez. Pedro to Desmond. This is Suraj Hatkonkar. There are spaces which have been left behind by Youth Club of MANORA. This is Aditya chasing Suraj Hatkonkar. This is Suraj still going. Aditya forcing him wide. Suraj gets past Aditya, puts the cross in, and that's a very important hand from Alison Suarez. This is Pedro Gonzalez with the shot in, this time off the line from Aniston. Meliston now for Youth Club of MANORA. Straight away the referee, right in front of his eyes. Ariston is the man who draws that foul, and Meliston gets the yellow card. That was rash from Meliston. Aniston Fernandez is the man on the ground as the physio comes to play again. Aniston just holding his shins. He rolls out of the ground intelligently, and there is that effort and quite evident from Meliston. I don't understand what he was complaining really against Meliston. This is Albert Gonzalez's ball forward for Suraj Konkar. This is Danston. And a foul straight away from Aniston as he comes in. It's been a comfortable route to victory for DEMPO so far. Hardly any threat for Samir Naik's boys. As this ball comes in from Shalom Perez for Desmond Pereira. Albert Gonzalez puts it up, beautifully played. This is Desmond Pereira running into the box. This is a chance. Desmond Pereira! Poor decision from the man yet again as he tries to call it in. Alison Suarez's first post, but I doubt there was some space to work with because Alison had covered that quite beautifully. As this ball has come to Meliston on the left hand side. Meliston driving in quite disappointingly, gives the ball away. This is Aniston now. Aniston does well, and then looking for the run of Jay, not quite getting it. And this is Clive Colasso now. Meliston. Meliston's ball in the 6th minute mark. It is still DEMPO Sports Club 2, Youth Club of Manora 0.
Jersey number 14.
And Pedro Gonzalez,
Jersey number 7.
who's had a brilliant game. It was his free kick which Edwin Vegas headed in, which gave the lead to DEMPO Sports Club. And Bevan De Mello, the experienced man, the number 7 for DEMPO Sports Club, comes onto the field. And what can he do here? Because we know how brilliant he is up front for DEMPO Sports Club. He's a man that can change a game around anytime, but he doesn't have much to do today really, because DEMPO are cruising at the moment against the Youth Club of Manora. Manora receiving some medical attention from the physio for that earlier crash maybe against with Shalom Perez. This is Albert Gonzalez now. Bevan straight away getting into the action. Ariston. This is Daryl Mascarenas' ball. Looking for Bevan's run, but Aditya heads it to Clive Colasso. Comfortably headed. This is Daryl Mascarenas. Gilliston going shoulder to shoulder with Daryl Mascarenas. This is Bevan De Mello's ball for Danston Fernandez. Wins the throw-in from Clive Colasso. But what could have really changed the game was that chance for Malisho when DEMPO or 1-0 up, and he had a one-on-one with Melroy Fernandez as Daryl Mascarenas comes forward, and then the shot from Suraj Hatkonkar has gone over Alison Suarez's post, as this is a brilliant run forward by Daryl Mascarenas, cuts it back beautifully for Suraj. The shot just not on target. This is Joyvin, plays it back to Eldon, receives it back. Joyvin cuts back in,
5 minutes.
but tackled by Ariston. This is Eldon's ball for Clive. Clive's ball forward quite aimlessly up front. This is Suraj again. This is DEMPO right now rampaging forward. Bevan DeMello coming forward. Let's see what he can do. Bevan DeMello tries to go past Aditya and fails to do so. Wins a corner though. 5 minutes of additional time given by the assistant referee, as another corner for DEMPO is awaiting the Manora defenders with Suraj Hatkonkar, who's going to take this corner kick. Aniston, then Aditya's clearance falls to Albert. He has cleared it long for a throw-in for Manora. Frazier on the turn. Joyvin puts it down for Aditya. This is through on goal. Bevan DeMello chips it over Alison Suarez, but cannot keep it on goal. The chip wouldn't come down, really, just wouldn't come down for Bevan DeMello. He had seen the gap that was left behind Alison Suarez, but this is another chance, and finally DEMPO Sports Club has put this game to bed. Or has they? Because I think the referee has given an offside in that situation for Suraj Hatkonkar, and this is Jay Williamson on the run. What can he do? Jay on the run. He's trying to go past 3 players. Shalom Perez gets in the tackle and stops Jay's march towards the goal. As we'll see this again, Suraj Hatkonkar and then Bevan DeMello just offside there. The flag had gone instantly up. Even the Manora players didn't realize, but even all of us up at the studios realized that that was game, set and match. It probably is by now, but that could have been the 3rd goal. As Perez comes forward and commits the foul. This is Aniston. Manora right now looking to get that consolation as Meliston comes forward. This is Aniston. He's been the bright light for the youth club of Manora as that cross came on. Melroy keeps it under his control. Melroy's ball forward. He comfortably gathered up by Alison Suarez, who hooks it up himself. Aditya again, playing it quickly to Eldon Colasso. This youth club of Manora team right now are in tatters. Last few seconds of this match, they just can't wait for the final whistle, as this is Bevan DeMello's ball in, or this is Bevan DeMello scoring the goal, as Suraj Hatkonkar, I think, is the man who's given that cross.
Jersey number 7, Bevan DeMello.
This is Shalom Perez, the captain, who's marched forward from the right wing. We'll see this again because We've lost it in play because Suraj Hatkonkar sees that run of Shalom Perez, who plays a beautiful first time ball. That is a beautiful flowing move, ended by Bevan De Mello passing the ball into the goal on his right foot. Past Alison Suarez, the experienced Bevan De Mello, getting on the score sheet, and the referee finally brings
MANORA 0, DEMPO Sports
an
Club.
end to the misery of Youth Club of MANORA,
Vasco Sports Club.
as DEMPO Sports Club
Kickoff 3:45 p.m.
have run out 3-0 winners over Youth Club of MANORA. And this has been a very professional performance from the men in blue, the Golden Eagles. You can see the smiles back on Daryl Mascarenhas' face, and why not, because they have come out trumps in today's match, and Samir Naik's boys are back on track after that loss against Kalingat Association. We'll head over to the highlights now, but the full-time score from the Dhule Stadium, it is Youth Club of MANORA 0, it is DEMPO Sports Club 3.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the post-match interaction here at Dhule Stadium. It was a shower of goals in favor of DEMPO Sports Club, where they win against Youth Club of MANORA. And I have with me the captain of the DEMPO Sports Club, Bevan De Mello. First of all, Bevan, many congratulations. 3-0, big win today. And even you scored the final, the cherry on the top of the cake at the 95th minute. How do you feel on that?
It's a great feeling to return back to winning ways, especially since we lost the last match. We needed to win this game to stay in touch with the table toppers, and I think this win, especially with the 3-0, margin will give us a confidence boost ahead of our next game.
Yes, however, we have seen that you entered in the second half, but the first half was you saw the game from the stands, and however you guys went down by 10 men. So what do you have to say on that?
I think we had a game in our control, especially since we were leading 2-0 at the half time. The red card made it a little difficult for us because that gave them MANORA confidence to play better, and they caused us a little few problems at the beginning of the second half. But I think we managed the game. I think having played a good game, I think we will be confident enough for our next game now.
Thank you so much, Bhim. Wish you all the very best. Thank you. Well, that was the side from DEMPO Sports Club. We'll go to the other side to see what Youth Club MANORA has to say on their performance today against DEMPO Sports Club. Now with me, the assistant coach out here. Coach, we have seen that however 10 men down of DEMPO, still you couldn't execute any goals. So what do you have to say on that?
Right, because the boys were more excited to equalize the goals.
Right from the start till the last 95th minute, and you had the ball position as well, but something that you will rectify from this game for the next game.
Definitely we need to avoid unnecessary miss passes, and again we need to be more consistent with the defense also at the same time while we attack the team.
Okay, we hope to see you on the winning wave soon and wish you all the very best. Thank you. Well, that was the side from Youth Club MANORA. Then that's all we have in the post-match interaction here at Dulet Stadium. I will see you tomorrow for another big encounter between Vasco Sports Club versus Panjim Footballers. The kickoff here at Dulet Stadium from 3:45 onwards.
নমস্কার, আপনাদের সকলকে স্বাগত স্কয়ার সার্কেল নিউজে। আমি রাই রয়েছি আপনাদের সঙ্গে। শুরুতেই চোখ রাখবো হেডলাইন্সে। করোনার দ্বিতীয় সংক্রমণের ঢেউতে কাঁপছে দেশ। শেষ 24 ঘন্টায় মহারাষ্ট্রে আক্রান্ত মোট 25,833 জন। দেশে আক্রান্ত প্রায় 40,000 মানুষ। ভোটের বাজারে আজ রাজ্যে প্রচারে আসছেন কানাইয়া কুমার। শনিবার পটাশপুর ও তমলুকে সভা করবেন সিপিআই নেতা। কানাইয়াকে নিয়ে কলকাতায় মিছিল করার ভাবনা বামেদের। প্রার্থী তালিকা নিয়ে ক্ষোভ প্রশমনে উদ্যোগী তৃণমূল। বদল হলো প্রার্থী। আমডাঙ্গা, কল্যাণী, অশোকনগর সহ দুবরাজপুরে প্রার্থী বদল তৃণমূলের। বাঁকুড়ায় তৃণমূল প্রার্থীর স্টাইলিশ প্রচার। বাঁকুড়া ক্লাবে টেনিস ও ব্যাডমিন্টন খেলে জনসংযোগ সায়ন্তিকার। ভোটের মুখে আরো সক্রিয় ইডি। সারদাকাণ্ডের তদন্তে রাজ্যের নিরাপত্তা উপদেষ্টা সুরজিৎ কর পুরকাছ থেকে তলব এনফোর্সমেন্ট ডিরেক্টরের। অল ইংল্যান্ড ওপেন চ্যাম্পিয়নশিপে এগোচ্ছেন সিন্ধু। ডেনমার্কের ক্রিস্টোফার সেনকে হারিয়ে শেষ 8-এ ভারতীয় ব্যাডমিন্টন তারকা। দেশের ক্রীড়া মানচিত্রে নতুন ঠিকানা। স্পোর্টস ইউনিভার্সিটি গড়ছে টেকনো ইন্ডিয়া গ্রুপ। ভোট এসে গেছে, সরগরম বাংলার রাজনীতি। ফুটবলের ময়দানের মতোই চলছে রাজ্যে দল বদলের পালা। এইবার কি শাসক দলই আবার থাকবে রাজ্যে? তার জন্য আমাদের অপেক্ষা